Hi guys, so you're back with me, Athena, for another car tour, and today we've got the Range Rover Evoque SD4, which is essentially just like a sportier version of the Discovery, and it's also got a 2.2 litre engine, so it's actually pulling you down those roads with ease. It's absolutely massive. I'm going to show you the rest of the exterior, but I was shocked at quite how big it was, and I'm going to show you why. Obviously, wheels are going to be massive. You've got to be to hold this car up. Really nice, classy black alloys, which I think just goes perfectly with such a big car. And then this is what I was making all the fuss about with this car being so big. So I was sat driving here and I thought, this wing mirror is actually bigger than my head. In fact, this is how big it is in compared to my hand. Like, it's not a small car, guys, not to be taken lightly. Gonna take you back around here. And I'm saying all of this about the Evoque being so big, but for such a big car, guys, tiny mirror, well, not mirror, window, I should say, at the back. I was sat there thinking, if I was driving this, I don't actually know how I'd be able to park this thing, never mind with such a small space. But the boot is the complete opposite, it's massive. Unlike other car tours that I've done, it actually opens really easily. There is just like a little button there. And as you can see, it's huge. Like, you can easily fit 2 suitcases in there to go to the airport. And as if that wasn't enough, you can actually put the back seats down as well. So there is just like a little button here, and again on the opposite side, you press it down and you can just push the seats down. So essentially you do have the boot and the entire bit of the back as well. So it's massive. I think it would make a really good family car as well, actually. Boot, door, really light. I've got an Audi A1 and my boot is incredibly heavy in comparison to that. So when you're putting your shopping in there and stuff, it just makes your life a lot easier. The rest of the exterior? Oh, that was another thing that I noticed as well. It actually has a little bit of a navy tinge in the paint, which is really nice in the contrast with the black alloys. I think it just kind of gives it a little bit of a different look. But yeah, so that's kind of the main features of this Evoque. I'm obviously going to take you in the inside now and show you all the little gadgets that they have and how massive it is in there as well. Right guys, so the interior. It's the first time that I've actually sat in the driver's seat of a 4x4 before, and you really do feel very high up. I feel like I'm in control of the road already, even though the car's not even on. But I think the most distinctive feature of the Evoque in the interior would be this section down here. It is a little bit fancy really, isn't it? And it's massive, so it really does separate the driver's seat from the passenger seat. They feel quite far away, which is quite different for me actually. I'm not used to that. But this as well, really, really fancy. I'm going to show you. This is actually the gears. Obviously it's an automatic car, so all you do is you press this button here to start the car, and you hold down the brake, and this pops up. Like, kind of nice that, isn't it, guys? So obviously I'm in park at the moment. You just move it over to change your gears, reverse, neutral, drive. And if you've watched some of our previous car tours before, you'll be familiar with this, which is actually the new version of a handbrake, which I'm still quite baffled with and I actually really like. Yep, so you just pull that up and down, handbrake, and you've actually got driving settings. So obviously this is standard. Here you have the option to help you drive in the snow. There's quite a few different features there that you can choose from. And actually, wow, you know when you see the people in the films, they're just kind of like leaning back with their arm on like the thing here. I feel like I'm in a movie. I've got such a sense of control right now, guys. But anyway, so back to the interior. Nice screen here. You've got loads of different settings that you can choose from. Obviously you've got your sat nav, which is actually it's really, really handy actually when you've got your own little screen there with your sat nav on. I might sound a little bit old school, but I still have my phone to do that. So the convenience of having a sat nav there is perfect. A really cool feature is parking in the Evoque. Obviously it's a massive car, so you might need a little bit of assistance when you're trying to park for the first time, or even if it's just, you know, just to rely on it. But anyway, so you pop your foot on the brake and you move this over to reverse, and you've got cameras at the back. which is just right in the middle of the screen, which is actually really helpful because, like I said, I think if I was trying to park this Evoque for the first time, I'd have great difficulty. I feel like there's quite a few blind spots, and if you're not used to parking a big car, it can be really tricky. But yeah, lovely and important feature of the Evoque. I think the best bit of this interior is the roof up here. So you just press this button in the middle, and obviously you can open it as much as you want to, and it goes all the way back, guys. So nice. And just think, I always thought as well, when you've got a massive 4x4 and it's a hot summer's day and you're a little bit confused whether you want like a nice soft top or you want a big car, in the summer that's really nice. You can really lighten up the back seats there. And might be a bit of a strange input, but for like YouTube and things, if you're ever filming in your car, having light in the back seats is really important, because if it's black back there, then you're going to have really like a lot of trouble filming. Hot tip for anyone out there who's interested in that. One thing that did surprise me actually is, I think this is probably after looking at the Aston Martin last week, how different this is. The leather here is actually fake, so it feels like plastic. It's still soft, but you can tell that it's not that, you know, very nice, luxurious leather. So it's not the, I'd say it's like maybe the slightly cheaper interior for one of the Range Rovers. But again, it still looks lovely. I think you'd only really be able to tell unless you were touching it, to be fair. Again, standard, you've got your dials here, all your information in the middle. It doesn't really differ much more to your standard car, to be fair. Windows over here, standard again, up and down. And it is really nice. It is a lovely car, and I'd say family car, lovely. Driving around London, bit of a show off, go for it, love it. And I think, hopefully, that's all the features that I need to show you today. And I will see you next week for another video.